Hey folks, Dr. Mike here for Renaissance Periodization, breaking through strength plateaus, video number 6, recalibrating relative effort. Boy, I go out of my way to make these sound so fancy and sciencey, and then I just yell at you to do better. Relative effort spectrum. Anything at RP 6 or so is pretty easy. And it's probably not very stimulative of strength gains in non-beginners. Sure, grandma can get strong doing RP6. I hope you're not grandma. Any grandmas watching this, what's up, ladies? Take no offense. On the other end of the spectrum is RP10. It's the gun to the head mentality, super stimulative, but very unsustainably fatiguing, which means you can't pull it off multiple weeks in a row. There are two types generally of plateaus that occur because of a problem with relative effort. The first type is you're training at an average of RP6 or less. You think you're training hard, but you are wrong, and you're not making any gains because it's too easy. The second type is you're training at like RP9 or often 10. Every time you hit the gym, you're getting super fatigued, you fail to match performance the next week, you're ultra beat up, you have to deload somehow, switch some things up, try again. You're just like a butterfly flying into the sun and the winds are doing this and that and nothing's happening. You're not making any more gains, mostly because you can't build the kind of training momentum that you can add a few pounds here, add a few pounds here, add a few pounds here, and then you're getting really strong. You add a few pounds and then you shit the bed, then you add them back and you shit the bed because it's just too hard to be sustainable. Now, no matter which one of these problems you suffer from, if you suffer from them, that's why you have a plateau, there is a simple solution to them. First point, how many points we have here? 6. It's simple, but there's 6 points, Jesus. Like if I'm assembling furniture, if there's more than one instruction, I just burn the fucking thing and do it by hand. But in any case, point number 1, start at what you think is a 6 or 7 RP. Pick a load and number of reps that's a 6 or 7 RP, okay? If you're training too easy, that might be an actual 4 RPE. Don't worry about it. That'll be fixed later. It's not a bad thing. If you're training too hard, or if you think you're training too hard, really back off. Really make sure it's actually 6 or 7. Just cut a ton of load off the bar and cap your reps at like sets of 5 or something so that it's just not that challenging. Don't you worry, that's not a problem. Point number 2 is the real big operative point. Every single week for the next whole mesocycle of training, 4 to 8 weeks, you add like 5 pounds to the bar. Okay, it should be an amount that you think is reasonable. I would just say 5 for most cases. Not to each side, to the bar total. Add 5 pounds every single week. And it doesn't matter what RPE it is. You just start at your best guess of 6 or 7 and you just add 5, add 5, add 5, add 5. That's it. Every week. Doesn't matter what RPE it is. Do the same reps, just add 5 pounds. So you're doing 3 sets of 5. It's 100 pounds, 105, 110, 115, etc. Just keep going. At some point, this training went really hard. Get a good fucking spotter, nut up, and get those reps anyway. Get it done. Match those reps. 5s, like you fucking promised yourself, or 4s or 6s, or whatever rep range you pick between 3 and 6. Stick to that shit and get those reps with the increased weight that's 5 pounds more than last week. Now, point number 4 is that at some point, you will fail to match your reps. Instead of hitting a set of 5, you'll hit a set of 3 or 4, and then the next session, you'll do that again, 2 sessions in a row, despite unleashing your fucking demons on the shit and really trying your best. You'll still fail to actually meet the performance that you're supposed to get. Then you take a deload week, really get rid of the fatigue, and restart the process somewhere midway between where you started with load and where you hit the shit hit the fan and you couldn't go any further. So for example, if you started last time at 200 pounds and you got the same reps, let's say it was real easy, and you got the same reps all the way up to where you failed at 230, start the next mesocycle at like same number of reps at 215 pounds, and then repeat this entire 1 through 5 step process again until you burn in the sun and can no longer do the reps that you're supposed to. Same thing, adding 5 pounds every single time. So what does this actually fix? If your problem was that you were not going hard enough, you'll either get stronger forever. Okay, you just keep adding, 5 pounds until you're lifting like 900 pounds versus the 5, and someone tells you that's the greatest bench press that's ever been done, and you're like, oh, sweet, I guess I have superpowers. Or more likely, you'll hit the wall and actually really do an RPE 10, trying, bleeding out of your fucking eyes, trying to do that shit. Cool thing is you'll get stronger the entire time because most of that time was spent, because you started at 6-ish and ended at 10-ish, by definition, most time was spent probably in the 7 to 9 RP range, which is productive and actually great training. And another benefit is when you do hit RP 10 for real, because you're challenging yourself, you'll kind of know what that really feels like. And you'll kind of feel like, man, typically people don't go 3 months straight adding load from RP 6 to 10. Maybe my 6 was not so great of a guess. And because you restart the process midway through, you actually obviate that problem altogether. Awesome. If your problem was going too hard up front, you, by starting way nice and easy, will have started in such a way that gives you a big buffer. It's unlikely you'll hit the shit right away. God damn it, only add 5 pounds each time. Don't be like, I feel good today, add 25. Where are you going? Nowhere. The addition of the load, so long as it's challenging, is what is sort of fueling that strength progress. You're golden. You don't need to add 25 pounds each time. It takes weeks to work up to ultra hard, which means that training that you have just done has been in that 7 to 9 RPE range, 7, 8, or 9, and it's been super productive. Also now, for next time, you know that you started what you thought was real light, and you had 6 unreal productive weeks of training. You gained strength that entire time. You hit new PRs in the week number 6. And you look back and go, damn, that was a really great cycle. I should start a little lower next time instead of, I went from 200 to 230 this time. I was going to just start at 235 next time, which some people do. I'll just start at maybe 215 or 220. And then you got another multiple weeks of that really sort of moderate RPE, 7, 8, 9. That's where all the good stuff happens. That's hopefully the lesson that you've learned out of that shit. Now, there are some must-dos with this. You must do at least 2 things. Actually push yourself, do or die mentality, to match last week's reps this week with 5 more pounds, no matter what. And you only accept defeat if your technique breaks down and or you physically can't fucking move the bar anymore and you're really trying. Feel free to yell. Shitting yourself is an option. A combination always gets the attention of all the ladies in the gym. You gotta do what it takes, and if you get shat out once, come back the next session. Monday doesn't go well, come back Thursday, because it could have been an off session. One bad session means precisely dick. You gotta go in again and redeem yourself, and if you fail to redeem yourself, then hey, it's deload time and you did all you could, right? Point 2, and this is for the extra hard training people, actually start out at a lower RPE at the beginning of this, not fucking 9 or 10. Just kidding. Start at RPE 10, show us all how tough you are, and stay weak forever. I've been Dr. Mike. I'll see you next week for the next video in the series.